Joined now by Curtis Razor Blaydes. Great to see you up against Jarzinho Rozenstruik this weekend. Massive event this weekend with Volkanovski taking on Ortega. Always good to see you compete. And Jarzinho, is he a guy that you've been linked to in the past? Did you always know that you guys were going to meet eventually? And are you confident for this one?
Yeah, I knew eventually we would meet because this division, the heavyweight division, is not the deepest. So if you're a name, you're probably going to end up fighting all the names in the division. It's not hard to do. So yeah, I knew this matchup was on the horizon. I didn't know it would be the next one, but we know it would happen eventually. And yeah, I feel very confident about this matchup. I always do, especially when a guy is predominantly a striker.
Well, your ability is unbelievable, and you've smoked pretty much everybody who wasn't named Derek or Francis. Is it time to remind the world just how good you are?
Yeah, I mean, if anyone has any the doubts in my abilities this weekend, I aim to prove everyone wrong. All the doubters, if you don't believe in me, watch this weekend, and I'm gonna put on the show.
How impressed have you been with Biggie Boy? He's had some good results. You know, he's knocked some people out. Is he someone who's got your respect?
Yeah, he definitely deserves the ranking that he has. He deserves to be in the UFC, and he is a worthy opponent. I know a win over him puts me right back where I was almost a year ago, right into title contention.
Do you believe in destiny? Do you believe you're destined to be the champ?
I don't know if I believe in destiny, but I do believe that all the hard work I've put into the sport, the reason I moved away from my hometown to Denver, I do believe I will end up being the heavyweight champion of the UFC.
How important has your team been for you? You got one of the best teams in the world, Elevation. And are you pleased with how everything's coming along there? Your striking seems to get better and better as well.
Yeah, I'm extremely pleased with everyone who's had a hand in my growth as an MMA fighter, because it hasn't just been one person. It's been the whole gym, even not just the coaches I work with, but the ones I don't work with, and other fighters at the gym, from Drew Dober to Gaethje, Neil Magny. They all helped me, and years after I moved down here, I realized it was the best decision I could ever make. Like, for me to join Team Elevation. Like, I don't think I'm in the UFC right now had I not moved to Denver and joined the team.
What does the win do for you here, the big win? Does it give you straight shot at winner of Francis and Cyril, or is it Stipe maybe?
Yeah, that, who knows? There's an alternate dimension. There's an alternate reality where after this, after I beat Jarzinho, I get the winner of Ngannou versus Gane. And there's an alternate reality where I get Stipe. There's an alternate reality where I get Jon Jones. There's just so many different. So I just haven't really put a lot of energy into that. Who knows what happens? And that's not really up to me. But the things I can actually influence are the things I'm worried about, including this fight. That's what I can influence, and that's what I'm worried about.
You are a savage competitor, you know, arguably nobody competes like you in that octagon. So when we talk about someone like Jon Jones, probably the greatest ever, does the competitor in you kind of come alive? Like, I would love to put him away because of who he is?
Well, yeah, I mean, anyone who gets to fight with Jon Jones, that automatically elevates you, one. And then for you to beat him, elevates you even higher. And then for you to be able to finish him, I don't think that's ever happened. That hasn't happened. So yeah, the first guy to do that goes down in history books. So yeah, you always want to be the guy to be the first one to do anything. And that would be a great accomplishment.
Are you making sure your name is in the hat for that one? Because not everybody would want to raise their hand for that one.
Like I said, I haven't really thought too much into the future about that. Ask me again in the week, and I'll have a better answer for you. But right now, he's not my concern. I'm fully focused on Jarzinho right now.
I was curious because we've seen a lot of kind of legends in the division depart in the last year or two, you know, whether it's DC, Dos Santos, Alistair Overeem, who you've trained with a lot. So I guess this is the new generation's time to shine. But were there any regrets that you never got to face DC, as you guys are probably two of the best wrestlers in the heavyweight division in the last decade?
I mean, it would have been an amazing fight, and it is regrettable that we won't ever get an opportunity to match up and to prove like who's the best heavyweight with the wrestling. But I'm not like angry I didn't get the opportunity. Honestly, it just makes it easier. It's one less obstacle in the way.
A lot of people are really waking up to Cyril Gane and how good he is. You know all about Francis's power. Does Cyril get it done against Francis? How do you see it going?
I think he can. I think if he stays on the outside, avoids the brawling exchanges, which is what he did with Derek. He avoided those brawling exchanges. I think as the rounds go on and on, if we get into the third round, oh yeah, it's his fight. But that first round is going to be the round he really has to worry about. After that, I think it'll be smooth if he gets out of the first. So it really just depends if he can maintain the distance, because he does a great job of that. But Ngannou also, he knows that's what Gane wants to do, so he's probably going to blitz him. So we'll see.
Your teammates in action again, Justin Gaethje against Michael Chandler. Gaethje's one of the most exciting guys to watch in the division. Chandler's proven himself exciting as well. Do you think Gaethje knocks him out?
Yeah, I think if he wins, it'll definitely be by a knockout, because like you said, Chandler, he likes to get in there. He likes to get in those brawling exchanges, and that's what Gaethje likes to do also. I just think Gaethje does it a little better.
I was, going through your record, I always researched the fighters, and Nick Diaz is back on this card. We got robbed of seeing Nick Diaz for years because of marijuana. You got robbed of a win because of marijuana. Do you feel like kindred with him in that respect? And do you think people need to look at the rules a little bit, because it's not really performance enhancing, you would say?
Yeah. No, I don't. I do not believe it is ever a performance enhancing drug. And I don't know if I feel like a kindred spirit with Nick, but I do understand. Like, I get why he smokes, because obviously I smoke also. It helps with anxiety, helps with stress, helps with muscle soreness. It has a bunch of good reasons to smoke. So I'm happy that sports, especially American sports, are starting to like realize it's not the devil. It's not like, oh my God, you smoke weed. It's not like that no more. So that's good. And who knows where we'll be in like another 5 years. Maybe you'll have big time athletes being like sponsored by big time dispensaries or grow houses, or who knows.
Yeah, I don't think we're far away from that at all. You've already achieved an incredible amount in this sport. If you were, if it all went away tomorrow, what are you most pleased with, and what do you want to make sure that happens, before it's all said and done?
Well, to answer your first one, what I'm most pleased with is my record. I do have the record for the most heavyweight takedowns, so that's always going to be there. I don't think anyone's going to break that one. And before I retire, I mean, the only reason that we're here is to get the belt. So before I retire, that's something that has to happen.